I remember a time whenever I didn't know God. Everything in my life seemed like it was just going totally wrong. The God that we worship and the God that we love is just so amazing that He sees us as perfect. The reason why is because of His Son, that blood that He shed, and that the reason why He hung on that cross was for us. The sins that we carry in our minds don't really exist because our Savior died for us. All the freedoms and all the different pleasures that we get to endure every day, we really don't deserve.
I remember when I first started coming to Bay Area, I was in 7th grade, and I'd always followed Jesus, but I'd never really lived my life for Him. Then I went to that Core Week, and after Core Week, I was like, okay, I have to start living for God. As soon as God saved me and I wanted to live for Him, He just started doing so many wonderful things for me. He automatically brought so many wonderful Christians into my life where I didn't need to be with those friends that were leading me to do things that weren't for God. And I started serving in media. I actually started helping people. I would talk to my friends and I would tell them oh, you should start coming to church, or I go to Bay Area, do you want to come with me? A lot of my friends started changing as well. They started going to their church and they started becoming closer to God.
I was always told, worship is more than the music and the songs that we sing, it's the everyday life, but I wasn't really living that and believing it. God took me to the point where, especially for me, I don't need that anymore. I don't need the big lights, the big sound, the big production, all that's great, and all of that is worship, but that's not really, what worship can be. It's something much bigger than that. And the way God really just opened my eyes to see, what true worship is, and everything we do, from the little things to the big things, to our conversations with people, to the way, we act and the way we think and the way we speak. I'm still working on it every day. But just going through that experience, I remember, when God really broke me down and showed me what true worship was.
Last year, when I was in 8th grade, my friend Sammy got diagnosed with cancer. He believed in God, but he wasn't saved. And I remember him telling me, hey, can you pray for me? And I was just yeah, why don't we just pray right now? We were in the middle of our gym, and I was just we can pray right now. And so we just prayed, and he was I want to accept Christ. I gave him a Bible, and I was read this, and I gave him scriptures to read, and he was I believe in God. I told him, I was you know what, I don't know why, but I have a feeling God's just gonna take your cancer away, God's just gonna help you. He was only supposed to live for 6 months after that, and his cancer is it's gone. He's living a good life now, and he follows Christ.
I remember a time when I felt I wasn't really sure if God was there. I had applied to nursing school, and I had been praying for a long time that I would get in, and I actually didn't get in the very first time that I applied to nursing school. And I was pretty devastated. I thought, where is God in all of this? Why didn't I just get in the first time so I could get done, with school and be on my way? It was actually during that time, I was just taking filler classes. It wasn't anything that I was really passionate about. God kind of revealed to me in that semester His bigger plan for me. He gave me this big idea to have free clinics for people, and it was a super cool idea, and I was so pumped about it. And then the next semester when I got into nursing school, now it's I have this big motivation for school and for all the hours that I spend studying. Now it's all going to this greater purpose for God's kingdom, and to meet people where they are and treat their health needs so that way they can see Jesus and God through all of that.
Stand